Peace, peace, peace. It's your brother Ken X, aka Mr. 100. This is the real black man pandemic. You hear me? The solution to the problem of where the real ones at, right? Where the real men at? Where the real black man at? You hear me? Here we go. But anyway, basically, this will be the first official podcast. So y'all be sure. We're going to drop something every day. You hear me? For the next 30 days, we coming every day with something. So make sure that you like, share, and subscribe, right? Leave any comments in the comment section. If you see anything that could be improved, anything you don't agree with, anything you may want to add, because this is the people's podcast, man. This is for the people, and particularly the reason and the mission statement for this podcast is that we, as a people, and particularly the black man, you understand what I'm saying? And particularly men in general, but the reason why I say black men first is because once we respect and unite within ourselves, then we can take back control of the communities. Then we can take back control, right, of the home settings. Then we can take back control, you understand what I'm saying, of everything that really and rightfully, truthfully belongs to us. When I say black, I don't want y'all to get in y'all feelings thinking I'm being racist. Black is universal. Black is universal, and I must say this. Let me get this out the way right now. I am a student of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. You understand? And in the vlog, later on, we're going to go personally into my story. Also, as well, for those of you who do not know, y'all may see on my page, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and all that's going to be below in the description where you can go check it out. But I do music as well, and any support that you give, and particularly to the music, and particularly to this podcast, in particular anything you see from Gangster to God, the movement, and you will see the hand sign logo in most, you understand, and or either my face, but I'm just letting y'all know, man. Look, I'm just now beginning. You understand? But I know that my life's experiences is what qualifies and validates me to begin to continuously do what I got to do. Man, hey, this is my life working mission. In particular, our youth who are growing up. Our youth who are growing up who do not understand that even though we may be born or grow up in the ghetto, we do not have to be. I say we do not have to be victims. Right? We do not have to be victims. Actually, for me, I honestly believe that it's the perfect training ground to make a God. What you mean, the perfect training ground to make a God? Well, the scriptures say, the book of Psalms say, we are God's children of the Most High God. 82nd book of Psalms. Then in the Holy Quran, it says that we are Khalifas, created as vicegerents, standing in the place representing God. Then if we want to go with the African spiritualism, you understand, we can go into that lane too, because if we are the collective representation of the ancestors that went before us, then eventually that spiritual essence, whether it's warrior spirit, healer, or whatever the case may be, it is in a unison formulating the completion and perfection of us as a people to be the best that we can be. And if we want to talk about street language, we already understand and know this right here. I don't care how tough we get, how square business we say we are. The toughest of us, when we get into trouble, we calling on something greater than who we are. So in particular, man, this podcast is going to be dealing with a lot. But in particular, what we're going to be dealing with right now is the basis of how did the place where we stay become the ghetto. I say, how did the place that we stay, where we stay, in the ghettos in the whole 196,940,000 square miles, how did the place where we stay become the ghetto? And all of this Black Lives Matter and Black Power, and you know how it is, how we make it a fashion statement and a fad now to be for the people, by the people, but realistically, it's a whole bunch of this here going on. I mean, it's a whole bunch of this here going on. And if we're ever going to be in a position to truthfully and honestly make a difference in the community, It's going to start with us, people. It's going to start with us. It can't be. It can't be. It's not going to be. And it ain't going to be. Nobody but us to change our condition. We got to change our own condition, people. You understand? We can't keep blaming the government and blaming this and blaming that. You know, no. Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that. He's let us go long ago. Long ago. And if we still begging in his house, and I'm paraphrasing, we deserve whatever treatment that we receive. And I thought about it, and as I began to study, looking deeper into this, it made me look at several different things. Number one, people, it made me look into urban renewal. Following World War II and continuing into the early 1970s, urban renewal referred primarily to public efforts to revitalize aging and decaying inner cities, although some suburban communities undertook such projects as well, including massive demolition, slum clearance, and rehabilitation. Urban renewal proceeded initially from local and state legislation, which in Illinois included the Neighborhood Redevelopment Corporation Act of 1941, amended in 1953, and Blighted Areas Redevelopment Act of 1947 and Relocation Act of 1947 and the Urban Community Conservation Act of 1953. The earliest emphasis was placed on slum clearance of redevelopment, which was followed by a refocused effort to conserve threatened but not yet deteriorated neighborhoods. Basically, people, what they're saying in a nutshell, and I'm not a lawyer, I'm not any of that, and I'm sure it's somebody out there who is a little bit well more versed than me, but what I'm basically saying is bringing you some facts. What are the facts that you bringing? Well, the facts that I'm bringing is this. See, it's a lot of us running out there talking about on the op. I'm on the op. You know, I'm going to ride, I'm going to pop on the I'm going to slide on my op. Well, if op is short for opponent or foe, number one, I'm going to tell you something somebody told me. And all my 17 plus, almost 18 years in and out the penitentiary, right? Living that lifestyle. And all my time of doing that, not being the man that I know I should be, being very much so inconsistent, brothers and sisters. This is what I got to say. And all of my time of doing such, I remember, and y'all can see, let me get a little close. You see this right here? You see that? Yeah, that's screws and pins still in this one right here. And those who know where I'm from, you know one of the names they call me is KO. I ain't saying I'm the toughest in all of this here, but they know if my back against the wall, I'm going to throw them things for sure. But I'm saying that to say this, people, that realistically, I remember going into the penitentiary. Oh, yeah, I'm square business and yeah, this, that, and the third. And I remember old school cat told me, he said, look, man, let me tell you something. He said, man, I see when you come in here and do your time, you square business, youngster. You working the pads up under the exercise. Those who've been in the penitentiary know what I'm talking about. Oh, you working the pads under the exercise and you you slipping and you done got up to 500 burpees and you studying your 13, 14, 15 hours a day. You at the table. Oh, yes, sir, brother. I key. He said, but seem like to me when you get under that exercise, you real tough fighting somebody else. He said, but how many times have you been to prison? He said, seem like to me, you can fight everybody else. You tough with everybody else, but you keep knocking yourself out in the first round of life. Woo, that was deep. So really, brothers and sisters in particular, brother, really my worst op that I ain't been sliding on is what's in between these two ears right here. I say my worst op that I ain't been sliding on is that self-doubt, that self-hatred, that inability to submit myself to do the will of the God completely without no turning around. See, y'all didn't hear what I just said. Oh, yeah, see, it's easy to put that extendo in there and pull that thing back in. Y'all know how we do. Slide on them. Yeah, shout out to my boy Mo3, R.I.P., homie. But say, man, what I'm saying is, see, it's so easy to take out your frustration, take out our frustrations on everything but what the root of the real problem is. Because, see, my thing is this, and I always been this type right here. See, me, and I'm not promoting this, but a time is coming because we ain't going to keep taking no Trayvons. Oh, no, sir, brother. Oh, no, 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 no. Matter of fact, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, he tells us, and he teaches us that this warrior generation, if we just turn the minds and the hearts that they have, the warrior spirit for God, we'll take the kingdom overnight. So all I'm trying to say is this right here, brothers. Brothers and sisters, all of this here, all this tough guy this and tough guy that. First of all, let us destroy within us what stops us from being the fathers that we need to be to our children. And I'm one of them that's guilty. And that's one of my whole reasons why I'm coming out with this here. Because I was more concerned about being real to the streets, being real to the 6-0 gang, you understand me? Being more real with what my reputation was in the street. I wasn't caring about what baby mama was talking about. Huh? At the end of the day, it wasn't important. But yet, she was realer, She really held me down. You understand what I'm saying? Than anybody else was at that particular time. And shout out to a few more who had my back. You know, but anyway, to make a long story short, what I am saying is this, brothers, is that realistically, we have to understand, and understand. We got to redefine what it is to be a man. See, because today we think that being a man is square business from the shoulders. Oh, yeah. Y'all know how we be doing it. You understand me? We think a man is 3, 4, 5, 6 different women. Oh, yeah, we do. And then we gonna justify it with the fact that we throwing paper they way. What? Are you serious? How? Come on, man. Render unto Caesar's what is Caesar's. And then most of us ain't even understanding the paper money fiat any god doggone way. Ain't really got no bagging, no value behind it. Not at all. And I think I heard my boy Nipsey say, and he said, yeah, I got a meal ticket and I did it the legal way. But anyway, that's another story, another topic for another time. And it's not to talk down on nobody because we all been there, but the thing is to elevate and keep going up. You understand? So basically what I'm saying to us, brothers and sisters, is that we have to realize that somebody who look like you and come from the same struggle, come from the same ghetto, come from the same condition and place, and hell you've been put in, how the hell can he be your op? Huh? How the hell can he be your op? And we can't stop smoking the lab, which really got fentanyl in it, but that's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. You understand what I'm saying? We can't stop fornicating, committing adultery. Oh shit, I'm a man. I got to knock something down. No, that ain't what a man is. Matter of fact, let's clear the word. Let's clear okay, Google. What is the definition of a man?
Here's the definition of man, an adult male.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, I like this one. It says archaic, which means this is one of the throwback. This is almost the etymology of the word in the European language. Yeah. It says fortify. The spirits of courage. Oh my goodness, man. First off, let's clear fortify. Okay, fortify is to provide with defensive work as protection against attack. Oh my goodness. Come on now. And then wait a minute now. Come on now. Okay, here it is. Strengthen mentally. Oh my God. There go that word. Strengthen mentally or physically. Man, look, let me stop right there. Okay, that's fortify. All right. So as we go and look into this word man, and we talking about one who fortifies and protects. Okay, Google, what is the definition of man? Pull it back up. Got a little too crump.
Definition of man, an adult male human being.
And then it says fortifies the spirit of courage. So what does the word courage? Okay, Google, what does the word courage mean? Y'all ain't gonna like this one.
The ability to do something that frightens one.
Oh, it's like the ability to do something that frightens one, huh? Strength in the face of pain or grief. So do you know that literally doing the same thing that ain't really bringing no dang on benefit is foolishness, insanity, is being straight crazy, dumb, deaf, blind? That the real courage is to see and to understand that we have to change. Oh my goodness, y'all heard what I said. We gotta change for the better, man. We got to. Because at the end of the day, to be a man is to be mature into understanding that if I've been doing the same shit, excuse my language, y'all, but if I've been doing the same stuff, man, the same stuff, year after year after year, year after year after year, month after month after month. Wow. Well, I mean, what really am I? Because animals make sure they eat. Yeah. That's all they worry about. Appetite. As well as sexual appetite. I mean, that's what dogs do. So a lot of times that's what they end up calling us, right? Which is really God backwards. But, hey, so really, this podcast is to inspire us on a whole nother level. Look, I'm not being judgmental of nothing nobody got going on. Homie, if you're hustling, you doing what you're doing. Hey man, we gon' end this podcast as time go on, show you how to go from a trap to a legal business. That's right. See, we're going to, as time go on, show a brother how he should speak and talk to his wife. Right? We're going to show a brother how he gradually can stop having multiple women. Now, I know some of y'all say, shit, nigga, he tripping. Nah. Trust me. Because, see, brothers, sisters, something that we don't understand and realize, it's not in particularly anything in depth that has anything to do with 12 catching me. Oh, that nigga snitched on me. Nah, man. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if it was my mama, your child, my child, and something happened, you would want to tell you who it was. Yeah, you would. Huh? That's another subject for another time. But what I am saying is this. We have to really, man, take a good look at ourselves, man. We really do, man, because with what's coming down the pipe, and y'all be sure, man, to tune in February 26th to Savior's Day, man. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan will be delivering the keynote address. The war Armageddon has begun. I know the minister gonna do his thing. But we as men, we have to understand something. God is not a respecter of person. Now, my job is just to help the man of God who has helped me get the message out in the language that I know, which is music and the experience of the life that I've lived. That's what I'm here to do. I'm not here to judge nobody. I didn't come to judge, but I am here, as we say, to share some real talk. Yeah, square business. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Because we have to start holding one another accountable. We can't keep allowing for things to go on within our community that affect our community and keep turning a blind eye. Nah, we can't keep doing that, because at the end of the day, it's babies and children growing up whom I've seen, man, coming from an abusive childhood, being place to place, feeling like my mama didn't love me. You know what I'm saying? Dad in the penitentiary right now for 17 aggravated years. You know, so the thing of it is this, man. Realistically, I'm talking about 100 for real, brothers and sisters. We have to really start holding one another accountable and making it real uncomfortable for that BS where we live. You see what I'm saying? That's mandatory. We have to do that. So basically, going into what I was delving back into, excuse me, what I was reading earlier, basically, this president came up with a way to literally and this project was called Model Cities Program, right? Models City Program. And if I'm not mistaken, the president who had something, excuse me, y'all, the president who had something to do with bringing that in was Mr. Johnson. That's the president who had something to do with bringing that in. And so basically, this was a program that began for the government to put people into power, into politics, who would be hirelings and make it appear as to the people that they were for the people when really they were paid and they were helping to usurp the resources from the people. So these so-called ghettos and these places that actually the word ghetto initiated on Jewish concentration camps, where they put a particular group and population of people to control them, to put them in one area and gradually reduce and remove the resources away from the people. Where you say, well, how the hell they do that and they was offering food stamps? Or how the hell did they do that and they came up with HUD houses? Because this is a tactic and a trick that the enemy still uses today. What's the tactic and the trick, Brother Ken, that the enemy still uses today? See, if you were given the opportunity today, brothers and sisters, and someone was to give you $1 million or the mindset, if you could get $1 million today, and then the person say, look, you're going to be able to survive and have the bare necessities of what you need, but over a period of 3 years and a half, I'm going to give you my mind. I'm telling you, because we so bing microwave generation. Oh, it's going to be a lot of people take that $1 million right now. And in less than 6 months, probably a year, that person who took that $1 million going to be broke as hell. And probably going to be done severed the relationship with the person that they got the $1 million from. Because we see it every day. Youngster, somebody got $1 million talent, boom, they get the money, they drip, doop, 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 boop, and guess what? End up locked up in the penitentiary. They ain't there losing everything they got. Right? They end up, what? Committing unnecessary murders, or end up even getting killed, or end up even dying or ODing off drugs. So the thing about it is, a lot of times we want to reap the benefits. We want to get what we see somebody else have that's shining and looking good, but we don't want to go through the painstaking process. Yeah, it's painful because we're being forced to think and get out of a comfort zone that we're used to being in. We're being forced to come up out of a mental grave that we used to being in. See, and the thing about it, I know today I'd rather get the mindset, brothers and sisters. Because once I get the mindset, if I was to lose it, I could get it back. Right? And then if I get the mindset, over that period of time, just think if the man was in a position to give me $1 million, how much more money did he really have? If the million wasn't nothing for him to just give away. I want the mindset. I want to be able to think on that level at all times. Yeah, it's going to take a little longer. It's going to be a little struggle. It's going to be a little sacrifice. But I'm about that. You understand? So, therefore, in these areas, what we're going to talk about in the next episode of the podcast, we're going to talk about how these Fortune 500 companies, where we are spending all our money, right, with Lehman and Sachs, right, spending all our money with Marshall, spending all our money with all of these places, we're going to show you how these places in particularly came into power off selling slaves. How these banks came into power off of selling slaves. right? And so we're going to go into, and we're going to make sure that we as a people in our community, and particularly black men, stand up and start being men. Stop letting these women carry us. Stop letting these women cover down for us. And we as men have to begin to stand up and be the men that we are supposed to be. Because it's on us. Our women have done their job. It's time for us to stand up and be men and take our rightful place in the community, right? And start being leaders and holding one another accountable, irregardless to what you say you believe, whether you Muslim, Christian, Crip, Blood, GD, BD, whatever it may be. Because at the end of the day, you say you're a soldier. We say we're warriors. We say we gonna ride. We say we about that life. Well, hell, we sitting here fighting each other, fighting one another when the enemy have put us all in the same damn condition. How cold is that? How cold is that, brother? So I just want to know. That's the coldest one ever. So I'm not saying, no, don't let nobody handle you this way, this, that, and the third. That's not what I'm saying, but I'm saying this. If we show a little love, man, if we have that understanding and going into it, man, that when I see my brother, I see myself. Hey, we won't worry about robbing one another. We won't, because at the end of the day, what we doing is all based on not having the mind, our original mentality as gods. Because see, as a God, you're not looking to take what it is your brother have. Because the whole 196,940,000 square miles of it, 29 million square miles of that is producing land. Huh? Yeah. And if there are billions of people on the planet and 17 million with the 2 million Indians makes it 19 million, all over the planet Earth, 4,400,000,000 original people. Original. Man, that's deep. Because see, we talk about, oh, the white man, the devil. We talk about all that old elementary teaching. For those of y'all who didn't know, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said one day he was giving a lecture and he was talking about the white man. Oh, the white man this. Oh, the white man that. Oh, the white man the devil. He say, when he called the most honorable Muhammad, he said, how did I do, dear holy apostle? He said, brother, you are throwing trash into a well I have worked hard to clean up. Click. What was he telling him? Because he came back and told him, he said, brother, they didn't make theyself. See, because within the atom is a negative and a positive charge. See, y'all ain't even, that might have went phew over our head. See, within the atom is a negative and a positive charge. And as worse and as bad as we keep claiming that the white man is, look at what we doing to ourselves. See, so what I'm saying is, you can't be caught out your cripping, suit whooping, and locking up the stars and locking G's and all of these gang signs and saying Assalamu alaikum and I believe that Jesus died on the cross and all this other stuff, and you still got the mentality of the enemy. Oh, no, sir, that's not going to work. So at the end of the day, please comment in the comment section if there's anything you liked, you disagree with, or you just simply want to add to. Oh, and please like, subscribe, and do share. Because we're going to keep coming. Volume 2, we're going to go deeper into how these companies, these bankings, these institutions sold us, basically enslaved us, allowed for us not to think for ourselves, but to think for us. That's why the Supreme Wisdom say, and what said profession is of the rustiest and poison-minded of our people. So I just want to thank y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. You understand what I'm saying? I always keep it 100 for sure, and remember to tell yourself you love yourself, and please, please, please do yourself a favor. Share this with somebody. Subscribe to the channel. Pass it on, because we're going to keep it going and keep it going until we the people, we the people, really going to be the people, who are the people that get the people together. You know what it is, man. Mr. 100, your brother Kent X, for sure. Thank you, everybody, for your support. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you, everybody, for your time. And one more thing, y'all. Please don't forget to tell yourself you love yourself, Because if you do, you ain't got to worry about nobody else. Peace. Until next time.